might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing today? Today is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024. We are on the 21st week of the year of 2024. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you do not know who I am your host of the channel and of the show. I am Tech Coach Ralph, where we are engineered to win, and this is the Koffee and Kata show. So, we are going to get into what we normally do our news stories, and then we're going to get into a little bit of work. So we're not working technically on Flutter this morning, but we're working on preparing our app to be in the app stores, working on the privacy policy. So on Monday, we created the privacy policy page, but we were having issues with some stuff in the actual site. With some configuration. So we're going to just continue working on that today, trying to get that fixed up so that we can push that to the CI/CD pipeline, and we have that privacy policy page up so we can link that to Google and we can move forward with our lives. All right. So with that being said, by the way, a quick announcement. We have the business analyst overview presentation coming out today, the software explorations, concept and overviews coming out today at noon Eastern time. So you definitely want to tune into that. The business analyst role is a really, really cool role. They do a lot and they do a significant impact on the company. Is the business analyst role that prevalent? I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to do some research on that. Maybe we can do some research on that tomorrow night on tomorrow night's stream. We're going to be going live tomorrow night where we are working on Swagger documentation. So tune in and let's have some fun. And with that being said, let's just jump into our news topics for today. So let's go over here. And our first article of the day. The highest paid CEOs of 2023. So let's do some pocket watching, right? Let's count some pockets. So executive pay, let's put our 5-minute timer up as well. All right. Executive pay kept climbing in 2023, according to an analysis of more than 400 public companies by the Wall Street Journal. Median CEO pay reached a new high of $15.7 million, up from $14.5 million a year earlier in 2022. The equity portion of executives' compensation package accounted for the gains, as median cash pay remained flat at $3.8 million. So what I'm seeing right here is, which we'll also add this story for Saturday morning as well for our numbers show, but the equity portion of the executive's compensation package accounted for the gains, while the median cash pay remained flat at $3.8 million. So that means that their base pay is $3.8 million, but per like whatever their compensation package for equity and bonuses and stocks and stuff like that, that is what is making up that about $12 million. So it might not even be cash pay. It could be like bonuses where it's stock and equity and stuff like that. So notably, company performance didn't substantially lower compensation. The median pay for the head of the worst performing companies was $14.6 million. However, amongst the 31 women who ran S&P 500 companies for all of 2023, none earned enough to make it into the top 25. Last year, top 3 earners were Hock Tan, CEO of Broadcom. Never heard of. So we also have to do some research on who these people are. But Hock Tan, CEO of Broadcom, I think I've heard of Broadcom before, at $161.83 million. Palo Alto Networks, I heard of Palo Alto, Nikesh Arora at $151.43 million, and Blackstone's Steven Schwarzman at $119.78 million. A group of Tesla shareholders is asking fellow shareholders to reject CEO Elon Musk's $56 billion pay package and that's Bloomberg reporting that. All right. So that is the executive pay for, why is my Google thing coming up? All right. That's the the highest paid CEOs of 2023. And of course, they have to try to go after Mr. Elon Musk as well. So that is the highest paid CEOs of 2023. The new high, 15.7 million, up 14.5 million. And the base pay, the median base pay right in the middle is $3.8 million. But in their equity packages, it is what got them to that 15.7. All right. So let's jump over to our next one. All right. So Vox bets on new paid tier. And I have never used Vox, to be honest with you. But since 2020, visitors to Vox.com have been met with a donation box asking for keeping Vox's explanatory journalism free for all. But as the company marks its 10th anniversary, it appears to have relinquished that aspiration. Instead, it's launching a membership program that at $5 per month or $50 per year gives subscribers access to additional content. Vox is only the latest publisher to take steps to diversify its revenue streams after Meta pivoted away from news sites and Google began pushing down search results in favor of its own ad-supported AI summaries. Google is warning smaller newsrooms and nonprofit outlets that it might pause funding offered through Google News initiatives if a California ad tax bill passes. More news websites are finding success on Apple News, Semaphore reports, but some experts caution against relying on third-party platforms for revenue. That is a fact, though. That deserves a
message.
So, in all honesty, Vox is on the way out. There's not going to be a sustainable business model for this. And who's going to pay $5 for Vox, right? I don't know. I've never even read Vox for free, to be honest with you. So I don't know. Anyways, let's move on to our next one. Nissan delays Mississippi electric vehicle push. It says Nissan is delaying plans to expand production of new electric vehicles at its factory in Canton, Mississippi, as industry-wide EV sales advance at a slower pace. Consumers have become hesitant to buy EVs, citing high prices and concerns over charging, according to J.D. Power. Nissan, which currently sells 2 EVs in the U.S., previously announced plans to build 5 new models in Canton, CNN reports. The automaker now says it is adjusting the timeline for production of new EVs. Nissan is still on track to unveil a total of 19 EVs worldwide by 2030. So it's interesting. It's like when it comes to EVs, as Tesla moves, the industry moves. Because when you see Tesla sales start to slow down, now you see everyone else is starting to pull back. So it's going to be interesting about that. And, the whole charging thing, Tesla has a big majority of that. If Tesla makes it available to other people, or if Tesla pulls back, it might really affect all these other companies who want to get into EVs. So it's just interesting how, like last year, 2 years ago, get an EV, get an EV, and now all these companies are pushing back. So be very, very wary, be very, very careful, monitor your investments like a hawk. All right, let's go into, I'm gonna put another 5 minutes up. We should be able to get to the next 3 with that. So the next story, inflation heavy on Americans' mind. Okay, so everybody's worse off financially when inflation is high, but U.S. parents with children under the age of 18 perhaps are the worst off. The proportion of these parents who attest to doing at least okay fell to 64% last year from 69% in 2022. And what does okay mean? Because okay could be like, I'm barely making it, but I have like maybe a 2-month runway. Down bad could be, that should be a category. Down bad could be that By next year, I have absolutely no idea what is going to be happening. Not even by next year. By next week, I have no idea what's going to happen. And then we have, those who are doing pretty good. They have a good runway, maybe 6 months to a year. And those who are killing it, they have a 10-year runway. All right. So a higher proportion, 35% blamed inflation last year for their woes than in 2022, though the pace of consumer price growth continued to slow throughout last year. Individuals have a longer memory when it comes to price changes, the Wall Street Journal notes. And also this, when inflation hits, we should adjust our lifestyle and see, okay, what are our spending habits? Where do we need to shift? Because just because yesterday's price is not today's price, inflation has always been going up. It goes down, but the price of the brick always goes up. All right. So Federal Reserve Vice Chair for Supervision Michael Barr said the central bank, which held interest rates at a 23-year high since July, still needs to finish the job on inflation. Speaking separately, Fed Gov Chris Waller said more evidence of slowing price growth over the next 3 years to 5 months would allow for lowering rates by the end of the year. And with that always reminds me of Peter Schiff and his like what he says about inflation, which I'll probably go watch one of his podcasts today to see what that's all about. But let's move on to our next one. Disney's Pixar is cutting jobs.
Bruh.
Pixar is laying off about 175 people, 14% of its workforce. If that's 14%, that means they don't have that big of a workforce. Less than rumored earlier this year, the legendary animation studio is focusing on feature films and shifting away from creating original shows for the Disney Plus streaming service, according to a memo seen by multiple media outlets. Parent company Disney has been cutting costs, eliminating thousands of jobs elsewhere, and CEO Bob Iger has been pushing for quality over quantity in the film business. Well, that gets a cheer for that. What? Are you serious? What's going on with this thing? But quality over quantity. And the Pixar has struggled to come up with its hit since the pandemic. Last summer, Elemental turned out to be a success after a distressing soft opening. Pixar is currently pinning its hope on Inside Out 2, a sequel to the much-lauded 2015 movie coming out next month. I haven't heard of any of these movies. I haven't heard of Elemental. I haven't heard of Inside Out. None of that. But it is what it is. What's going on with this thing real quick? Let's see what's going on here. Uh-oh. Give me a second here. There we go. Okay, cool. Ugh. When things start working, I get all frantic and stuff. Okay, let's continue to our last article. Sucks to be for times are hard. You got to figure it out. All right. Last story of the day. TikTok plans significant layoffs. Say it ain't so. Who said this might be happening? Let's see. More job cuts are coming to TikTok, the information report, citing anonymous sources. The social media giant is planning significant layoffs affecting a large percentage of the employees in operation, marketing, and content. Well, now they have to go fight this expensive lawsuit waged against them by the American government, where Congress decided to ban TikTok or force them to sell or be banned. It seems like they're trying to hold it hostage, and TikTok says, well, we're ready for the fight, but first we're going to have to get rid of some of these people who are going to take up legal fees. So with that being said, so they're getting rid of people in employees in operation, marketing, and content, not in tech. Employees will reportedly be notified this week, and remaining members of the operations team will be assigned. The global layoff comes amid ongoing reorganization and suggests mounting pressure on the company to become profitable. Well, you also got to become profitable. TikTok is also facing a potential U.S. ban if it doesn't sever ties with its Chinese parent company, ByteDance. So we shall see. We'll keep monitoring what's going on with this upcoming layoff for TikTok. significant layoffs as well. So we shall see, and it's global. It is global. As DJ Khaled said, we are global. All right. So with that being said, that is our news stories for today. Let's get into our let's get into work. Let's get to work. All right. So we're gonna be working on trying to get this thing to work. The website portion, the web portion, whatever. It's annoying. It should have just worked off the box, but we should figure it out, right? We do not miss here. So let's go over to the other screen. Let's throw a 20-minute timer on the clock, and then we shall go from there. And you know what? This is interesting because when I'm thinking about Kanban versus Agile, I honestly believe that I get a lot more working in the Agile in the Scrum methodology than in the Kanban format because I don't know. It's like with Kanban, I never feel a sense of urgency. It's like, oh, it's just moving it along the board in different steps. But like with Scrum, you have those 2 week cycles, you have those deadlines and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's like for me, it's always so much. I feel like I get so much more done in Agile. But that maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not as organized as I should be in Kanban as I am with Agile. But it is what it is. All right. So let's get to it. Where's my 20-minute timer? Let's go. All right. Cool. What in the world is going on over here? Oh, I know what happened. All right. Hold on. Let me fix that. All right. There we go. So when the Stream Deck froze, it didn't finish out all the other stuff. So it is what it is. Let's get to it. So we are here, and I don't even remember exactly what happened last time. So let's just go ahead and run it and see it fail, and then we'll figure it out from there. This is a dumb problem to be having, to be honest with you. All right. So it started in the browser. But if we look at it over here, if we see why it's failing, now that it's starting, that should be a pretty quick fix. It looks like something in the code. All right. So let me see. Cannot access year before initialization. So it might be like some old JavaScript code that used to work one way, but now we have to update it. So let's go and let's find that real quick. It is in here saying that it's saying that uncaught reference cannot access year before initialization. So, okay. So it looks like, why would I do that? I don't know. That's so weird. That's weird. Why would I do that? So let's go over here and let's go into the code. And let's get to over here, maybe. Let's just make this a little bit smaller. So we can see it better, wherever that is. Let me see. Where's my mouse? Let me move this over. All right, let's go to. So it looks like this part right here should be up here. Why did it work before? I have absolutely no idea. We have that. So I'm calling in year over here. But this is just and this was to calculate the what do you call it? This was calculating if it's a leap year or if it's a non-leap year, which which I can probably add that to I don't have this part in the app version, but let's do this. Let's throw up a story real quick. So that we can account for the website. Here. And let's go over to. Oops, not that one. Like this is why it's important to be well rounded in all the aspects of this, because now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here, go to our backlog, and I'm going to add a story to add logic for to handle leap years in calculation. And then I can fill out this part later, but now we have it on our backlog. There it goes down here, right? So let's continue over here. And we have Rod Brown in the building. Says, shout out to you, Tech Coach Ruff. No, not shout out to me. Shout out to you, Rod Brown. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having an amazing week. We are right in the middle of the week. And we got my guy in the building. We have Mitch. Mitch says, yo, hey, what's going on, Mitch? How are you doing today? Hopefully you had a wonderful night and you are having a great week. Are you on the way to the are you going to the office this week today, Mitch? Let me know. Let me know. But if you are, have a safe long drive, all right? So, let's continue. So, here we are. We moved this around. Why is okay? We moved this around here, and why is this hours in current year? Why does this say it's not being used? This is some really old code. So let me just try. That was what the problem was. Let's try to run that again. Let's see if we have any difference. Well. Looky here. Oh, wait. Oh, look at that. Look at that. If we go over to here, time cost calculator is back in business. I need to write some tests for this. I don't have any, like when I wrote this, I didn't create any functional tests or not functional, like any unit tests or anything like that. So we should definitely get that taken care of at some point. Maybe somewhere down the line, maybe in the morning we'll do that. So maybe we'll just dedicate the mornings to the time cost calculator. It is another application. So you see how we segmented off? We have Sundays for Terraform. We have morning for this app, for the time cost calculator. We have, just different stuff, right? So let's go over and let me just make sure that this is working. Let's do a and boom. And if it says it's going to take you 5 hours, and I was thinking this morning, like, because when MQA, that's the person who gave me the feedback, he told me that he used the calculator to help him with some pricing for consulting. And I'm like, well, you know what? That's a pretty good idea. So let's say, for instance, right? Let's say you make 75K, for example, and it's going to take you like 10 hours to work on something. That means it's going to cost you like $85 of your time, right? So why not? Because now you say, okay, what is my multiplier? So let's say you say, all right, you know what? I'm going to 3 times my cost. I'm going to 3 times it. So now I can just say, maybe we'll add this to the calculator, right? Like, how much should I charge for whatever I'm going to be doing? So let's say now you say, okay, what do you want to multiply it by? You say, okay, I want to 3 times my cost. So now it's gonna do 85.38 times 3, and you'll say, okay, this is how much I should charge. So it could easily decide the rate for you as well. So that is I'm gonna add that to the board as well. So we will say another story. Add rate pricing calculation or formula area. So how about that? Like, right, add the rate calculation area so that you can say, okay, I want my rate to be like 4, like depending on what you're doing, you can. So I want it to be like 3 times. So now you just say, okay, 3, and then it's going to say, all right, this is a rate that you could charge based on how much time it's going to take you, based on how much time your cost is, you know. So we shall see. So let me just add that into the backlog as something that we can consider. And Mitch says, you're not charging by how long it takes you. You're charging for the results you get the people. That is true as well. That is true. But it's still good to know, like, I mean, yeah, that's true. There's different ways of pricing. But, you know, it's just data at the end of the day. So I'm for it. I'm with it. And, you know, it's another feature. You can use it. You cannot use it. Who knows? Who knows? But that is a very, very excellent point. You charge for the results, not for how long it's taking you. But even if the reason, like, what if it takes you longer than the results? So I don't know. I think there's a balance in there. Definitely a balance. All right. So we have this is up and running. Let's go and we say, all right, money made from activity. Let's say we make so money spent. Let's say 500 and money made 5,000. And so this is the part that I was saying on the app, it's going to say money made, and it's going to have this in green. And the number of hours to recover the amount would be like you're pretty much buying back 517 hours on this calculator. So, anyways, let's take a look at here. Let's see. Boom, this works, and our privacy policy is up. So, what's how much we have about 10 minutes. Let me go ahead and clean this up a little because it's a little ugly, to be honest with you. So let's go. Now we get to do some CSS work. Let's go to back over here. See if we can clean it up a little bit. Let's clean up just a bit. Privacy policy, and we can say, let me see, CSS styles. Let me see, where's my CSS file? Not much in here. So, what is that? Okay, so let's do this. Let's say a ID of privacy, and I'm gonna go and just put it side by side, and I'm going to say here privacy width is 1024 and margin 0 auto. And if we go over and refresh that, now it looks like this. And if we were to look through here, I want to do privacy H1s, which are going to be font size. I go 18px maybe. And let's go with, after the H1, let's go with a H3. And we'll say font size 14px. And then we have, H3. Let me make the H3 like, yeah, I'll leave it 14. And then we say, privacy H2. Let's call that one 16px. And let's see. Let's go down over here. Let's take this right here. And let's make that a breaking tag. And let's add a age ref and mail to over here like that. Like that. Boom. So let me see anything else on this one. Let's see. Let's add a bold to this. A strong tag. The strong tag is to bold it. Let's bold this as well. Let's take this one. Oops. And anything else? Anything else? Anything else? I'll bold this one too. Cool, cool, cool. All right. I think that's just about everything. Let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks. Let's go back to the other page and let's refresh that. Other window. That looks too small. Let me make all right. So I'm not even gonna switch the screens. I'm just gonna adjust a little bit. Let's do 22. I like the effective date size. Let's do 18 for here. And let's refresh. All right, so that's better. All right, we got these bolded, got these bolded. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. I'm good with it. All right, so now we are going to push this to our CI/CD pipeline. I would have to, in order for you to see it. Yeah, let me do that. I'm gonna log in over into, so you can. This is like I'm gonna log into AWS so you can see what's about to happen. So this website is using AWS Amplify, and that is a way to do like a CI/CD pipeline. I tried to use Amplify when we were doing the other app, but it didn't work out as I thought it would. So so that's why I ended up using Elastic Beanstalk when for the Terraform on Sundays, and what I'm using with the Tech Barbarians. And let me go log in to get authenticated. All right, so I'm gonna go log into AWS Amplify, and then I'm gonna push this up to the cloud. Let's see. Hopefully, I don't break everything. Hopefully, I don't break everything. All right, so AWS Amplify over here. All right, so real quick, so this is they changed the look. So this is AWS Amplify, right? And last updated 9/13/2023. And so what's gonna happen? I'm gonna go into the project, and I am going to push this up to. I'm gonna commit it, push it up, and then it is going to. You're gonna see it happen here, where it's going to do the merge and deploy. All right. So let's go over here, and let's go to terminal. Say git status. Like I tell you, learning Git is super important. Um, it's so important. Like that is one of the requirements I have when somebody comes to work with me in coaching. It's like my stack that I'm gonna have you start getting like learning right away. Docker. We have Docker. We have Git and Jira and Agile. Those are the things I think like it's missing from like wherever you go to get your learning from, whether it's a bootcamp or online course. Those are the things that I focus on because the testing and whatever it is that you're doing, the software engineering is going to come with it, right? Just by doing it and by learning. But if you do not have a good grasp on those technologies that you need to work, then you're going to have a problem, right? Shout out to my guy Yakar in the building up early. What it is? It is like 5 o'clock, almost 5 o'clock in the morning for your car over there. Shout out to your car. Good morning, bro. Good morning, fam. All right, so let's go ahead and get this pushed up. We're gonna do git commit public and git or and source, and that'll take care of everything in there. How come I don't see? Okay, we have some more. All right, cool. Oh, okay, we got all right. Oh, all right. Let me see. I'm gonna do this. All right, let me do this real quick. Let's do this real quick. Let's go to here, and I'm gonna open up the git ignore file just to include our dot .ds store dot idea, and we're going to include the time value calculator workspace. So these are things I don't want to push up to the repo. So now I'm gonna do Control C, git commit or git add dot git ignore. Now if I do git status, now I don't have all those other pages. All right, cool. So let's do a git add. And git status again. All right, git commit m, and we're going to say added privacy policy page and some updates to node, whatever, right? So there we go. Add that, and now we can say git push, and that's going to push it up to our repo. And let's keep our fingers crossed that this does not break anything. It's working locally, but let's make sure that it's going to work on AWS Amplify as well. So let me see what branch am I on? I should be on the main branch actually. Git branch. Yes. So git push. And if it pushes up to GitHub and we go over to our other screen, we should see this is going to start doing something where, all right, see, deploy. It's already deploying. It's deploying. Let's click on this. Build duration 28 seconds. What's going on, Adrian Roberson? Welcome. Good morning. See, I love to see you guys up so early in the morning getting after it. Shout out to you guys. This is what we do here, right? So, it's deploying. Let's see. And once it's done, because if we look at it on the internet right now, I mean, it might be done by the time we get to it. So as you see right now, there is no on the internet. There is no privacy policy link. Looking at Amplify, still, why is it taking so long? Should be a lot faster than that. Shout out to you, Nicola. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. How are you doing? Where is it morning for you wherever you're at, Nicola? Are you in the United States? Because if you are in the United States, it's definitely morning for you. If you are in maybe Europe, then it is probably afternoon for you by this time. But good morning. Thank you for being here. Salute to you. All right. Why is this taking so long to deploy? Let's see here. Shouldn't take this long to deploy. But Mitch asks, what is your thoughts on having one source of income? That is a great question. So, I think that if you have only one source of income, you become very, very dependent on that one source of income. So when things go south and things go bad, especially that one source of income is being dependent upon like one particular company, then it puts you at risk because at any given time, the company, like something happens to the company, something can happen to your job, and then now you are out of luck, right? And so you should definitely have like multiple streams and stuff like that. Look at that, it got deployed. You should definitely have multiple streams. But the thing is, how many is a good source, right? Because some people they just like they hustle and now they're just like doing every single thing and it's like how much do you want to do to get to the same result that if it was one source? So me, the way that I see it is like I pieced everything works together. So the stuff that I learn how to do from work, I also use that for the things that I'm doing for myself, and the things that I'm doing for myself, I also use that to piece on how on the things that I do for work, and then I can also help people and coach them. So everything blends together. So you see how on tomorrow's stream, I'm going to be doing the API documentation because that is part of the story that I'm doing for like for the sprint that I'm leading the tech barbarians through. So I just piece it all together. So now from that initial source of income, it's like a what is that, a stream or something like that, where it has like multiple branches, like let's say like a tree branch. There's multiple branches where it can help each other and then they become independent, but they still are helping each other and things like that. So that's how I see it. I don't try to go and do like seven totally different things, seven things that are totally different, and then now I have to like focus here, focus there, focus there. Everything feeds itself in the way the way that I've set it up. So great question, Mitch. Great question. All right, so we see that it's been deployed. It took about this. Felt like it took a long time. It's been deployed. Let's go and take a look on the site. So this is so just so you can see that I'm not fooling you. I'm not fooling you. You see the website right here, timecost.techcoachralph.dev, and I'm gonna figure out a domain for it soon, right? So let's refresh, and it's like magic. And now let's click on this link. Boom. How? Wait, what the heck? Wasn't expecting that to happen. Let me see. Well, that didn't work out as we thought. I wonder why. I wonder why. That is so weird. Why would that happen? So the privacy link got added, but the page, I am so confused now. Now I'm confused. Why didn't that work? It worked locally, but here, let me see. Let's take a look. Because now we're gonna have to fix it. Now we're gonna have to fix it. So, well, not now, but we will have to fix it. I don't know why that happened though. Let me see. If I go here, what the heck? Hmm. Initial. What the heck does that mean? If I go to it directly, well, I guess we have something else to investigate. That is so weird. I wonder if the ad blocker would cause this. Let me see. Pause. No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't do that. Let me see. Refresh. That is so weird. I don't. I'll try it in incognito, but I don't think that should cause it. Weird. That is weird. All right. Well, another thing to investigate. Another thing to investigate. That is so. That is. I was not expecting that to happen. Hmm. It must. Because locally it worked. See, and this is what I mean by the content creates itself. The content creates itself because if we, so this is local, right? This is local. And if I, this is local too. If I go to here locally and I go here, it loads perfectly fine. But in AWS Amplify, whenever I click here, wait, no, this is still local. It's still local. Hold on. If I go here, AWS Amplify. That's so weird. It even has the URL and the domain. Like, so I don't know. That's kind of weird, but we'll figure that out. We shall figure that out. Nothing to worry about. We have time. We have time. So, all right, let's wrap it up today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Nicola, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Your car, as always. As always. So let me read this. Let me read this real quick, and then we are going to wrap it up. So your car says it is 5 a.m. here in Cali. It's early. It's early out there. It's early out there. And it is 1 p.m. for Nicola. So you see, we are we global. See, I'm gonna have to get that soundbite. We global. I'm gonna look for it after this, after we get out of here. And your car's answer says 1 egg in all your basket is a no-no. That's like investing in the stock, but only one stock. That's a fact.
Message.
That is true. So, you just need to find the right balance. You diversify your, like, you can't just have 1 egg in all. I mean, it's not even possible. Is it? Well, 1 egg in all baskets versus having, like, about 10 eggs in like 3 baskets, 4 baskets, that way, so diversify. That's a fact. That is a fact. And Mitch says 7 streams of income. You can use one thing and create 7. That is true. That is true. That's right. And with that being said, so Jakar says, Clark Kent, is that you? Where is Lois? And Mitch says, Lois is tripping right now. Come on, Lois. Come on, Lois. Come on. All right. And says when we come back to run the when we come back to it, run the configure amplify configure project. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll check that out. I don't know. That was a weird one. I wasn't expecting that to happen. But I've also never. I don't think I have any other pages. So maybe that might be what's going on. That I created a separend page for it. So I'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. Maybe I just have to create it to a JavaScript page. I don't know. It's not a big deal at all. So and Adrian Robinson said, "What video should I go to get an understanding of where the project started?" Ooh, let me do this. So where like, all right. So I'm gonna drop the link for the project or for the time cost calculator in the chat, and there is a video. If you watch this video right here, time is money. Oh, I'm not even sharing the screen. If you watch this video right here, time is money, that's where the formula came from to create this calculator. And then so that's the inception of the idea of hearing the formula 8,760 hours in a year divided by the amount of total income you bring in for the year, and that's going to give you the value of 1 hour of your time. So then I was like, you know what, that's pretty cool. And I created and so I created it in an Excel spreadsheet, and then I took off from there. Do I have a video? I'll check. I'll check to see if I have a video for. I'll check to see if I have a video where I was talking about starting it. At this point, I don't know if I have a video for that, but I do have a video. Let me see. Oh, let me see if I can find it. So I started building out the mobile. I think the mobile app might give you some better context of it. So let me check that one. Let me see. Go to studio. But that is a great question, Adrian. Let's go to content live, and it would be so many lives. My goodness. If I can find that. It'll be back in like January-ish. So I think it's going to be all right. I think it's going to be here. February 12th, February 9th. Let me see what else we got. So that's all right. So let me drop the link for that one. So this is probably when I first started speaking about it, because I was started off creating another app, and I was like, oh, you know what, this is what I'm most familiar with. So I will drop that. Is what in the Patreon, to be specific? So in the page, no, there's like, according, like, for this app, it's not in the Patreon. And that video from Anton, that is not in the Patreon as well. I just linked it on the app so that people can have some context of where the formula came from. But if you go to that video I just posted, that is probably where I'm talking about the concept of it, and I started building the mobile app. So and hit me up as well, and if you have any more additional questions about it, then I'll definitely answer that for you as well. All right. So, with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm a C+ student. Yeah. Hey, we all are in some way, right? So, with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Wait. So it says, Mitch says, Mitch name mention. All of them, Mitch name mention. He's so silly. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, you guys. You guys have a great Wednesday, middle of the week. We are running it up as always. So shout out to you all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Adrian, Nikolai, Mitch, Yakar, Rodney, all of you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys have an amazing Wednesday, amazing Thursday, Friday. We will be back live tomorrow night. And don't forget to tune in to the business analyst video premiering at noon Eastern time today. But on that note, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much. You guys have an amazing day.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.